Here's a quiet fact about the iPad on your shelf. It's a complete art studio. One app unlocks it, and one class teaches the app properly. That class has been taken by 139,000 students, and its review score is very nearly unanimous. We'll get to that shortly, with receipts. This is Intro to Procreate, illustrating on the iPad, the updated edition taught by Brooke Glaser, 23 lessons, just under 2 hours, built for absolute beginners. Here's the plan, what the class covers tool by tool, who's teaching it, that remarkable review data, and whether it's worth 2 hours of your life. Lots of ground, let's move. Start with why this app owns digital art. You can draw anywhere. A couch, a train, an airplane seat. You can undo any mistake with a 2-finger tap, and it records a time-lapse of your work automatically. Paper, upgraded, 3 habits paper can't match. The shopping list is short: an iPad, an Apple Pencil, the Procreate app itself, and the experience required. None. The class assumes you're starting from zero. Half of you can start tonight. No subscriptions, no rentals. The promise on the box is bold, that by the end, digital illustration feels as intuitive and natural as pencil and paper. This review takes that claim seriously. Bold claims deserve real tests. So Chapter 2, who's teaching? Brooke Glaser, a full-time working illustrator, and Procreate is the tool her actual career runs on. In her own words, it changed the way she works. That endorsement comes from daily use. The receipts are practical. She draws for a living in this exact app. The class is the updated edition of her most taken course, and nothing is assumed. Every gesture gets explained on arrival, which shapes how it's taught. You don't get textbook features in menu order. You get her daily workflow. The shortcuts she actually uses in the order a real illustration needs them, and honestly, it shows in every lesson. Inside, it's 118 minutes across 23 lessons. Setup and gestures first, then the core, color, brushes, layers, then the power tools, then every unglamorous corner. And the depth is the story here. No corner of the app gets skimmed over. Advanced brush settings alone get 15 minutes, but every lesson is short, single topic, and clearly labeled. So the length works like a well-organized toolbox, not a lecture. Jump in anywhere, take what you need. That structure is rare and welcome. That's the format's secret. It's a manual. Watch it once now, then return per tool the day you actually need it. Reference beats homework every time. The teaching starts with feel. The gestures: 2 fingers tap, undo, 3 fingers, redo, pinch to zoom, twist to rotate the canvas like turning a page. Watch the demo. A stroke drawn, wiped, and redrawn in seconds. That safety is the whole point. Mistakes stop costing anything, so you draw braver. Fear was the real cost of paper. Then canvas setup. The lesson beginners skip and regret. DPI for printing, color space for screens, and the trade nobody mentions. The bigger your canvas, the fewer layers Procreate allows. The class shows the exact settings, so you never hit that ceiling halfway through a drawing. Boring, slightly worth it. Completely 5 careful minutes here. Save 5 frustrated hours later. Now the core third of the class: brushes, color, and layers. The holy trinity of digital art, each with its own build. Get these 3 and the rest is decoration. Brushes first, the lesson she literally titles the fun part. Hundreds of built-in brushes, everyone adjustable, and then 15 straight minutes on advanced settings. One line can be a pen, a stamp, or an airbrush. Your hand stays the same, the personality changes. Then color, pickers, saved palettes, and the crowd pleaser color drop. Drag a color onto a shape and it floods to the edges instantly. Flat coloring goes from an evening's work to a gesture. It's the moment most beginners fall in love, pure instant gratification. And layers, why they're awesome in her words. Line art, color, and shading on separate sheets so you can change one without touching the rest. Then clipping masks and alpha lock, shading that stays inside the lines by itself. Once you shade this way, there's no going back. The power tools come next. Selections: cut, copy, paste, and transform. 12 full minutes on moving, resizing, and rotating. Drew the head too small on paper, that's a restart. Here you select it, scale it, nudge it, and keep going. Composition stays editable forever, which quietly changes how you draw. Paper never forgave like this. Then recoloring. Color drop, recolor, color fill, reference layers. Nearly 10 minutes on changing any color without repainting a single stroke. Try the flower pink, then orange, then blue, decide at the end. Because changing your mind is finally free. That freedom is the app's real gift. 10 minutes that repay themselves on the first illustration and on every one after it. Lesson 15 might be the beginner's favorite. Drawing assistance. Sketch a wobbly circle, hold the pencil, and quick shape snaps it perfect. Turn on symmetry and every stroke mirrors itself live. one wing drawn, both wings done, it's confidence rented until your own arrives, and nobody ever has to know, training wheels with dignity. And then the free bonus, the time-lapse. Procreate has been recording every stroke since you started automatically. The class shows you how to export it, 30 seconds or full length, and share it. That satisfying process video artists post everywhere. Yours now ships with every drawing, zero extra work. Honestly, it feels like cheating. It isn't your future thumbnail B-roll. Solved. The last stretch covers the corners most intro classes skip. Masks versus clipping masks, finally explained apart. Adding text, split-screen references, accessibility settings, Photoshop imports, exporting in every format, the 11 p.m. questions, pre-answered. The class project keeps it human. Draw something small, a plant, a pet, a donut, using tools from the class and share it to the gallery. And since the app recorded everything, your process video ships with it. Small project, real momentum. And that's why the 2-hour runtime is a feature, not a flaw. Nobody memorizes 23 lessons in a sitting. You're not meant to, it's a reference you keep. Bookmarked for the day you need masks or text or export settings. 2 hours now, minutes forever after. So, does it deliver? 99% of students said the class met or exceeded expectations. 99. Let that number sit for a second. 2/3 said exceeded, and almost nobody walked away disappointed. On the most liked board, clarity of instruction leads with over 3,500 votes, with helpful examples and an engaging teacher close behind. For a 2-hour class, that's trust earned minute by minute. And clarity winning matters here. A tool class lives or dies on whether you can actually follow it. And 3,600 people just told you that you can. That's the review, really. 3,600 votes, one clear message. So who's it for? iPad owners who doodle. You already bought the studio, paper artists going digital. Your hands and style come with you, and future illustrators who want the tool cold before building a portfolio. One honest caveat: no iPad, no class, it's Procreate only. Because 2 hours in, the app disappears, and what's left is the promise she made at the start, and it lands exactly where it started. Draw anywhere, undo anything, a studio in your bag and a safety net under every stroke. Once drawing feels that free, paper starts to feel like the beta version. That freedom is what 139,000 people signed up for and found. So the verdict: worth 2 hours. Comfortably, you leave knowing every tool in the most popular drawing app on earth, with a project shipped and it's making a video already rendered. It's included with a Skillshare membership and there's a free trial. So the time is the only cost, and this one repays it for years. Very few classes hand you a skill this complete this fast. Take the deal. Honestly, take it. And don't go searching for the class. The link in the description gets you in free through Skillshare. Tap it, press play, then draw something tonight. Badly, bravely, whatever. 2 fingers fixes everything. See you in the next review.